Good morning, good day, good evening, and good night. This is God's Word Never Change YouTube channel. I'm Brother Rain.
And I'm Brother Gavin.
And we are followers of Jesus Christ. And we are here to talk about the firmament.
Yes, the firmament. The same firmament found in Genesis chapter 1, verse 6 at that.
Yes, from beginning of creation, we all have read. But do we all understand? No, in searching out that matter, are we going to ask Google?
Are we going to find it in the world?
Are we going to ask our pastors?
Are we going to read it in inspirational books?
No, but straight from the Word of God?
Right where the truth is found from the foundation of the world.
For Romans 15 verse 4 it says,
For whatsoever things were written before were written for learning.
So let's learn. Genesis chapter 1 verse 6 to 8 it says,
Verse 6, Then God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.
Verse 7, Thus God made the firmament, and divided the waters which are under the firmament from the waters which are above the firmament, and it was so.
Verse 8, And God called the firmament heaven.
Now we see that at first there was waters, only waters.
Then God created something in the midst of the waters that he called the firmament to separate the waters.
So there was no waters above and waters below the firmament. And we know that the waters under the firmament were gathered into one place to form seas on a dry land called earth.
Please note that the waters above the firmament remains.
Let's continue with the firmament. Genesis 1 verse 14 to 18 it reads,
Then God said, Let there be light in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons and days and years.
15, And let them be for lights in the firmament of heavens to give light on the earth, and it was so.
Then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also.
17, God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth.
18, And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good.
So by understanding of the scriptures, the sun, the moon, and the stars are inside the firmament called heaven.
So that's the sky we look at, right?
Let's move on. Psalms 19 verse 1 it reads,
The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork.
And Job 37 verse 18 it reads,
With him have you spread out the skies, strong as a cast metal mirror?
So now we see that the firmament, the heavens, and the sky are the same. Agree?
And we see that there is water above the firmament/heaven/sky, right?
We also see that the firmament, the heaven, the sky is strong as a cast metal mirror.
And that the firmament/heaven/sky declares God's glory and shows his handiwork. So if there is water above the firmament/heaven/skies, it means that if it should be opened, water would come out, right?
Let's prove it. Remember when God was going to flood the earth with water? Remember what he did? Let's read in Genesis 7 verse 11 and 12. It reads,
11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. 12. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights.
Now, let's take a look at the chain of events.
1. The fountains of the great deep were broken up. Shows us that water was also under the earth. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 7. Exodus 17 verse 6. Genesis 26, 18.
2. The windows of heaven were open. Shows that water was above the earth. Also revealed in Genesis 1 verse 6 to 8.
And it rained from the cloud, and the whole earth was covered with water.
Now let's see in what manner these three events were stopped.
Genesis chapter 8 verse 2 tells us the fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. Know that it is revealed to you that there is water above the firmament/heaven/skies, and if the windows of heaven is opened, water would come down. Let's see if we can find it anywhere else. For Deuteronomy 19 and 15 we read,
Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the word is confirmed. So in Malachi 3 verse 9 to 11, it was revealed to us that Israel was cursed with a curse. Warned Malachi, for they stopped bringing tithes in the storehouse for the Levites. And the Lord warns them that if they would bring tithes in the storehouse, that he would open the windows of heaven. So the curse was that drought was on the land. And if they would go back to bringing tithes in the stores for the Levites, that he would open the windows of heaven, so that their fruits may not fail to bear in the field.
The conclusion conclusion of the matter is this: the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork.
God stretched out the skies as strong as a cast metal mirror.
It's the glory of God to conceal a matter, and the honor of kings to search it out.
Study to make thyself approved unto God, a workman not to be ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of God.
So we urge you, brethren, not to overlook the firmament, but to understand that it shows the handiwork of God.
So we leave you with some scriptures on your journey in understanding about the firmament. Till next time, brethren.